Everyone, Sean Henderson Pierre back again. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but we're here, and today we're looking at Sierra Nevada Celebration Fresh Hop IPA. It's introduced in 1981. It's an American IPA style. Real nice. I see 6.8 alcohol by volume. Gets a good score on Beer Advocate as well as the Alston Brothers. Very, very good score, or outstanding score, I should say. The Ray Beer also gives an outstanding score too. Here's what the beer looks like. It's kind of hard to do one of these reviews from during the week. I've got so much to get caught up on. Life stuff happens, things happen, but oh well. Oh, by the way, Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm doing this video. It's Christmas morning. It looks real good here. Nice aroma. You can smell some of the grapefruit and orange peel. It really smells nice. Even some spices are in this as well. A special ale for the holidays. Celebration IPA features the first hops of the growing season. This pioneering ale is full of complex flavors and aromas from the generous use of whole cone American hops. And it also has Cascade hops as well in this beer. Flavored with pine and citrus hop aromas balanced delicately against rich malt sweetness in the shape this bold wintertime classic. Well, it is definitely for this time of year, and it doesn't feel like winter today. Here, 74 degrees in Mobile, Alabama. I guess a plus or minus, however you want to look at it. Anyway, down the hatch. Yep. Yeah, it would be perfect for winter. I had this in the fridge for about a couple of days. Um, Very frothy, really nice little head on this. Sierra Nevada is very complex. I'll get to Sierra Nevada, but definitely taste some of those citrus flavors in there. I would say a little more orange, some grapefruit in there, but more orange, more grapefruit than orange in this. Definitely some pine. Yeah, this is a solid beer, guys. Put my crap down here. Can't open it all. Yeah, 2016 celebration. I wouldn't say it's not like all the IPA styles where you get a lot of that citrus and sort of maybe some people say sour taste to it, but very carbonated too. Um, Very complex. Definitely hoppy as well. Definitely taste some of those Cascade hops that I like in this, and it's really quite nice. Anyway, a little story about Sierra Nevada. Of course, the brewery started, of course, their signature beers there, sort of pale ale. And many consider them probably one of the forefront of the craft beer movement. Them and, of course, Mr. Maytag and his staff at Anchor Steam, Anchor Brewing Company. Stone, of course, is also from California. Um, really the forefront, not just that big beer movement out in California, but also pretty much the craft beer movement or microbrewery movement, as you could say, during the late mid to, well, Anchor's been around for a while, but before them, but really the success of Anchor, which was always there, but really kind of took shape, I would say, probably around the 70s. I mean, they're really growing popularity throughout California. even more so, particularly when the ownership of Anchor took over by Mr. Maytag um, in 1969, and really their expansion in the mid 70s really kind of gave the beer a really good sort of underground of one of the microbreweries, and then of course Sierra Nevada, Stone, of course, and many others out there in California. So um, part of that movement. Sierra Nevada, I think, expanded their reach more to the east. I would say in the east and middle part of the country, say in the mid '90s, and to why people tend to give a very positive praise on all of their beers. Um, IPAs again, and again, this beer came out in 1981 when it's first brewed, and the IPAs, as I've told many of the videos I've seen done, IPAs have been around for a long, long, long time. I mean, it's not just something that just started back in the like 10, 15, or maybe 20 years ago. The growth of it, if you will. It's just that these other popular brands, the lagers or more the adjunct lagers or macro lagers have really kind of taken shape, and then people want to experiment doing different things, and then you had the IPA sort of kind of was sort of reintroduced at that time, and it has slowly grown, but now almost everybody's doing an IPA. Almost even some of the big boys, even though they don't have their names on them, or maybe own a brewery, a small brewery that's decided to now who've done those type of styles and have gotten into that market. And I know Paps, for example, have really made a concerted effort to really bring back some of the traditional beers that were popular back then. Valentine Ale, the Valentine IPA, Old Tankard, a few others to bring sort of that tradition that was done before. But again, the watered down, I guess you could say, the macros sort of kind of took over and kind of you know sales and kind of put everybody or those styles pretty much to rest. So, but the Sierra Nevadas, the Anchors, and the Stones were doing these beers, and still continue to do them. And they craft a very well made beer with this. Parmesan cheese, maybe some good barbecue would go well with this. Um, this is good. I wish I bought another bottle of this, man. I could just sip on this all day, watching basketball and some football games. But I don't know. Um, I know I brought this today to this Christmas party. If I brought this, they're probably like, what the fuck is this, Gene? What are you bringing? What is this? It's a craft beer. Don't you like craft beer? Some do, some don't. But mentioned barbecue. Mentioned something poultry will go good with this. Whether grilled, baked, sautéed on stovetop. I mean, anything would go well and give this an enormous will kind of balance those flavors out. So um, I'm in agreement with what I've read of some of the other with what Beer Advocate and the Bros and Ray Beer gives it. I'm giving this a good score. Again, not too overpowering. The hops are not they're hoppy. There's some hops, but not overly hoppy. Um, just a very crisp, refreshing beer. Um, Again, it's so warm right now. The ABV on it may be the reason it would be good for Christmas time at 6.8. But you know, it's maybe at this room temp, maybe a refrigerated temperature for a little bit, 45, and then take it out, let it sit out for a little bit, and then crack it open and pour it in your glass. Then it would be good for amongst friends. You know, while they're drinking the eggnog, you're drinking the celebration. So So I'm gonna give this a good score too. This is outstanding, 9.5 for me on this. So enough rambling. This field deserves a 9.5 score, maybe higher, lower. Leave your thoughts and comments on the bottom. 9.5 for Sierra Nevada Celebration. John Henderson Pierre, the Bill Ramble, telling you keep on watching, and as always, cheers. Festive. Merry Xmas, everybody.